Yeah, you already know the vibes. It's Nota Vibez with Ranger and myself. It's June 19, episode number 5. How you doing, Ranger? How you doing?
What up, what up? We chilling, you know, we here, we happy to be alive, we blessed to wake up today. And, you know, kill this podcast, bring something for the people.
Thank you. Positive energy, positive energy. Now, you didn't know, so I'm going to surprise you with this news.
Oh, shit.
So, yeah, that's a fact. Hold up. Why we not lighting up? Hold up. Let's light it up real quick. So, I was in this live, you know, obviously I've been doing this with the live, and just right, she mentioned, because she does, the, what you call it, the conventions and stuff like that. And all.
Oh, yeah.
She wants us to do a live podcast over there.
Oh, that's ill. I'll fuck with that.
She wants us to do a live podcast over there. So hopefully, you know, she said to get our things together, like some business cards, Nota Vibez, everything of information like that. They can get in contact with us, and we could collab with them, and who knows from there.
For sure, we could do that. That's amazing.
And I got also another person that's interested in like recreating our logo in a different way, so I want to see her idea and everything. So everything's on the rise. Everything's on the rise. Thank you guys for the support.
Hell yeah.
Now, we've been getting in deep ass conversations and topics the last 2-3 episodes.
Let's blame it on the weed.
So I ain't doing. I'm gonna take it down a little bit. So we gonna talk more like personal life.
We're gonna be a little more lighthearted today.
Yeah, none of that all manipulations, and you know, thank you for also Frenchie for coming out, episode 4.
Shout out French for
sure.
You
know, she definitely gave a great woman's perspective. So shout out to her. Now, my first topic I want to talk about is what drugs have you done, if any? Now, drugs, kids, but you know what I mean. Like, we all curious. We all at one point in life, you know, have been curious with trying things, and now some people have never done it. Shout out to them.
Well, we run into the wrong people.
Sometimes that happens, and you know, we live and learn. Now, Ranger, what drugs have you taken?
I've done a few. I've done perks, mollies, X, stands. What else? Lean. Weed. I don't really consider weed a drug like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are the most I've done. So
basically you tried plenty, like options like you saw. Like options like you saw. Like
yeah. How about you though?
Me, I'm gonna go with just ecstasy and like you say, you wouldn't consider weed a drug, so
I don't really consider weed a drug.
I kinda am in the same boat with that, so I wouldn't really consider that. But whatever, I'll put that in there. And that's about it. Honestly, that's about it. I've just tried those two. I'm a rave guy. So I do like raves, and you know, those are like the big...
Those are the pill poppers.
Yeah, so I've learned though not to that's it, not anymore. Like, I don't have to depend on that to go to a rave, so I learned from that. But that goes with basically, what drugs would you never do again?
I wouldn't pop a Xan again. I wouldn't do lean again. Honestly, most of these drugs, I wouldn't do them again unless we're like in a specific setting.
Yeah.
Get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'll pop a perk here and there, but it's not something that I'll usually do consistently.
Gotcha.
Like, it gotta be like a rave, it gotta be a party.
You never got into the mode where you got, like, you found yourself addicted.
Exactly, nah. It's not that I'm in my room in a little dark corner popping Percocets on some Nicky Jam shit. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
And not to criticize anybody that does it, because everybody has their own issue. I'm just not one of those type of people. The drugs I've done are just purely recreational.
Yeah.
But, like, the only drug I'll always do again is weed. Always.
No, you can't. This is why we created the podcast. Nota Vibez, literally,
bro,
is weed.
I need my weed, bro.
No, definitely. Me personally, I was at one point, you know, I found myself popping a lot of mollies, basically like every other weekend, like if it was like drinking.
Ooh.
So it was bad in a sense, like I didn't change my character. I always remained myself, but there was a point where like I was chilling with, I guess you could say, the wrong group, the wrong crowd.
Yeah.
And I saw other people on it, and I was sober, and I saw how they acted, and I'm like, if this is the way I act, even though I know I don't act this way, but if this is really the way I act, I definitely gotta stop.
Yeah.
So I self-reflected, basically, like, nah, I can't, like, no, not more. So now, like, the last time I did it was probably like maybe 3 years ago, 4 years ago. So I stopped.
And then there's certain drugs that people don't understand. They're like mood drugs.
Yes, they
like an E pill. That's a mood drug, bro.
It is.
Like if you feeling some type of way about a certain situation, do not pop an e-pill because you just gonna go on a fucking rampage, my nigga.
It's true. I think you gotta be like
Molly's too are like that.
You gotta be mentally like good.
Yeah.
Because the drugs might really hit you even worse.
Like mood drugs, like Molly's, shrooms, X. Like you gotta be in a good mental space to do those drugs.
Now, I was basically out of all those though, which one was your worst trip? Like,
My worst?
Yeah, like what's the worst experience you ever had taking any drug?
For me, it'd be that time like I was chilling with a shorty in Soho. I used to chill a lot in Soho down there.
Yeah.
Because I always been into like to music, art, and modeling and all that. And down there, you know, there's a lot of people that are into the same thing. I used to fuck around and hang out like that down there a lot. So I meet this girl, she's a model, and she used to do coke to like maintain her body weight. Right?
So you should.
So I already seen her, yeah. So I already seen a red flag in her as soon as I'm, hanging out with her and shit. We smoking, I'm rolling on my blunt, and she tell me like, yo, Ranger, you want to put a perk in here? Like, I don't really know, but fuck it, let's do it. I'm here, and I'm with shorty too, because sometimes like women say they get peer pressure by men. Men also get peer pressure by women. But that's for another conversation.
That's a whole other episode.
Anywho, she smashed the perk and put it in the blunt, bro. And once we hit that shit, dog, I don't know if you ever seen the Kendrick Lamar swimming pools video, bro. I was fucking swimming into nothing, bro. That's how I felt.
So you was tripping?
I was tripping the fuck out. I was on the bed and I felt like I was going down in an abyss, bro. That I was just never stopping to fall, bro. I was like, nah, I can't fuck with this shit no more, bro. After that, I was tripping, bro, tripping.
When you finally...
My heart racing, do, all that.
No, see, I never did perk. And then you combined it
with weed.
So
you got cold sweats off perks too.
See, like, I never did that. See, but the thing is, my worst trip. Like I said, I'm a raver. I go to raves. So, about 3-4 years ago, I am going with a group of people, and I'm literally like the only one, or one of the few ones that knows what raves are about. So I'm going with a lot of people that this is their first
time raving.
So they kind of depending on me. So the thing is, they know what's up with the popping and all that, the pills and all that. So I said, listen, guys, this is an 11-hour rave. We got to pace ourselves. Like, we can't go crazy. So the rave starts at 1, and at 12 they decided to pop one. I'm like, worst mistake already. We should have done it like at 2 or 3 already inside the rave. Worst mistake, and I did it. Right. So by like 1:30 already, 30 minutes into the rave, I'm already feeling it.
You out like a light.
But no, I'm good though. I'm feeling good. I'm drinking. I'm good.
You saucy.
Yes, that's what I feel. I feel saucy, but I'm good. Then one of my favorite DJs set is coming up. So I'm in the heat. This is here in Randall's Island in New York.
Dog.
It's summer. It's basically by Labor Day weekend. It's the last weekend of the summer to get lit. Basically, it's hot still. It's still at least in the 80s, and it was that day. It was like 84 sunny. With popping e-pills, you gotta maintain drinking fluids. You have to
dehydrate.
You gotta hydrate yourself. First mistake, I didn't have anything to drink. Second mistake, I'm in the sun in the heat.
Hold on, you ain't had anything to drink but alcohol.
I didn't have anything to drink but alcohol, but I also wasn't drinking anything, period.
That's what I'm saying. So this is like E and alcohol.
Yes.
The alcohol's already going to dehydrate you by itself.
I'm already double dehydrated.
Yeah.
With the sun, with the alcohol.
And the pill.
So I'm triple dehydrated. So the thing is, during the set, I'm fine. While the sun is hitting me, I'm fine. This is where it hits me. The set is finally over and we heading to the shades. As soon as I hit the shades, my vision just started getting blurry.
Ah, shit.
And the reason why though is not because I popped one. At 1:30, I popped 2. So that because I'm like, it's wearing away, it's wearing off.
You just made a recipe to die. That's what you did.
No, and listen, this is the crazy part. Once I hit the shades, I'm like, oh shit, like I need to Like this is literally my mindset. I need to like lay down.
Where the fuck are you gonna lay down?
Yo, there was grass. So there's grass.
Oh, okay.
It's like a nice like we could do like a pink. It's Randall's Island, so all that grass.
Oh, right. This is a big ass shit.
It's big. So pause. So basically, right, I lay down and I'm looking at everybody, and mentally I'm like, I'm about to die in front of everybody. Literally, I'm in my mind, I'm convincing myself I'm about to die. This is when things get tricky for me. Somebody asked me like, Peter, why is your eye twitching? I'm like, fuck. I'm like, am I really about to die right here? Like, I'm about to become a stat. I'm about to become a stat of the people that overdose in the fucking rave.
This nigga said, why your eye twitching?
So I'm like, yo, I told somebody, yo, I need something to drink. Like this. And the thing is, I'm speaking low. Because I really feel like I'm dying. So I'm literally talking like, yo, I need some, like, I need your water. Like that.
Like, the nigga probably think you a junkie or
yo,
something.
And the thing is, they're like, what? What? I'm like, yo, I'm lit. Listen, for 7 hours, I did not say one word.
Dog,
for 7
crazy.
hours, I didn't say one word. In my mind, I'm like literally trying to survive. I honestly, after that day, I'm like, yeah, this is not for me. I'm gonna stick to weed. You know, this is when I says weed is never makes you.
That's why I say like it's occasionally, bro. Like it gotta be a certain vibe for me to say, all right, let's pop an Adderall.
Yeah.
Oh, let's pop. You know what I'm saying? Like for Molly's, I don't really fuck with Molly's like that. So even if they are popping it, I'm cool on Molly's. I'm cool on Zans. Even lean, bro. Lean, that shit fucked up my stomach, bro.
Lean?
Bruh, that shit, bro. I took like a half a cup, bro, and that shit had my stomach literally twisting and turning, bro. Cause it's like, that's not supposed to be in your system. That's literally cough syrup.
I was just about to ask you, since I'm oblivious to honestly what I always heard it, but I never really like knew what was inside of it.
Yeah.
So I don't know if
it's a high grade of like cough syrup.
Okay.
For like certain treatments. I don't know what are what it treats specifically off the top of my head, but it's for certain things. So what happens is it gives you a high because it's so concentrated. It's not like Robitussin or the other ones.
Oh, man.
You get what I'm saying?
Now I see what you're saying.
So the taste is so like disgusting that they mix it up with Sprite and Jolly Rancher so it could taste better, and that's what it gets that little drink, that little sweetness. So people
so disgusting like that you could
sip it. That's why you see rappers sipping on it all day. They become lean addicts. Because of that, because of the sweet taste. But that messes up your stomach too.
Now let me ask you something. You said addicts, like, do you ever see yourself to the point where you become addicted to a specific drug? Sorry, listen, I answered the question too.
I know, but it's like I had like take a little bit of think because currently, like, if we counting weed as a drug, yeah. Some people say caffeine is a drug.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because
it's like in warm contact.
People throughout the day, I know people here in my life throughout the day, they can't function in the morning without coffee.
I can't function without that.
So technically, see, I
get a migraine.
So technically, you are addicted to that drug,
to a substance,
to the sugar. Yeah.
Nah, we talking hard drugs.
That's what I mean.
As in like pills and shit like that.
Yeah,
nah,
like
unless I touch coke because I have a really addictive personality, and like coke is one of them shits that. The highest, so I've heard like the highest so crazy that it's just gonna get you feeding more for it,
yeah. Because it's like I heard it's a temporary high.
Yeah.
And then that high, you actually like it.
You like it so much, you just wanna.
I mean, Tony Montana.
Yeah, you know what it is.
But nah, yeah. So basically,
how about you though?
Me, since I knew already a sample of like doing Molly's like every like week or so, like it wasn't every day, but I consider myself at that point that I was semi-addicted. Like basically I couldn't party unless I had that. So I feel like I was at one point, and it didn't reach to the point where like, you know, I had to take rehab or anything like that. I self-analyzed myself like, no, I gotta stop.
Like you went cold turkey with it.
Yeah, I basically, and then the thing is I never even missed it. I just saw it was just me like maybe chilling around the wrong environment, to be honest. I was inspired by the wrong people. Yeah. You know, and talking about inspired basically, so I just want to, I want to take a plot twist to all that. Is like,
it fits in because it's like a lot of shit that we do is based around the people we hang around.
Right.
Because a lot of people like want like validation, so it does segue with what we're going to talk about. Just like, who could be your biggest role model if you had one?
In me, I do have a role model, and it was like I thought about this a couple years ago. That like I knew for a long time, to be honest.
Yeah.
But it is my dad, and you know it's hard to like, damn, like how about your mom? But like my mom do inspires me too. But I feel like my dad in other ways, like you know, he was a person that he came from a different country. He came in here with little to no knowledge of English. Raised me, worked, made sure I was good, and then like at one point his health was on the line when he was in his only like his mid-30s or younger than that with his weight. He's got into fitness, like he grinded. I feel like he doesn't even acknowledge that he grinded so hard, but I saw it.
It's like he's the man you would aspire to be.
Yeah, like he's a great father. So
Got
like
you.
he never like, no matter how hard times got, he made it through. You feel me? Like a lot of people would have given up, and so I saw that all the time, and I was like, then I saw myself doing similar thing. He taught me baseball, so that's my. We talking about passion, the previous ones.
Yeah.
So like he taught me baseball, and I feel like I was really decent at playing the sport because of him. He taught me discipline. He even taught me how to even treat women like with respect. Like he was just there. You know, obviously I wouldn't. There's certain things that I don't agree with. You know, so that's when I just have my own morals with combine it with the morals that he taught. But overall, like he definitely inspires me. He's definitely my role model.
That's fire. I wish I could say the same about my father.
Yeah.
My father ain't stuck around, so that's that. But if it came to having a role model, it's kind of tricky for me. Because there's people I look up to, you get what I'm saying? Like, I do look up to my mother. Yeah. Because she had a hard-ass life. And she took on 2 boys that is not the easiest thing to do.
Shout out to your mom.
Yeah, shout out to
your mom.
Shout out to Mama Cash. But I feel like also having a role model is gonna bring a lot of habits that you don't need as well.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? It's like, I feel like sometimes having a role model could be like looking for validation from a certain person you admire. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, let's say you admire, let's say, a baseball player. Like, yo, man, but that guy, he got this, and that. Yeah. And he moves like this, and that. But I also can relate on the way he talks, how he speaks, and how he moves. Like, that could also be a role model.
Yeah.
Athlete. Like, for a lot of people, LeBron James is a role model.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Definitely. Yeah.
So that could be also another form of being a role model.
Definitely. How about you though? So who would you feel like is your biggest role model?
I don't know, bro, because I'll say myself in a sense.
And that's interesting to hear. That's why I want you to like kind of.
I'll say myself in a sense because it's like you lead your own wave. You create the good things about yourself. You like. Why would I fit to be in somebody else's story when I could create my own? It's basically how I think about it. Of course, there's a lot of teachings I take from certain people. Yeah. Like you a very kind person. I'm like, yo, let me try to be kinder. My mom, like, she's very caring and nurturing. I'm like, yo, I should care a little bit more. But ultimately, I'm my own role model because I know the person who I want to aspire to be.
Now, with that being said, because that's very unique to hear that kind of answer, I would like to ask, would you being your own role model, would you like to be somebody else's role model?
God damn.
You know, like,
I don't know. I have a younger brother.
Okay.
And
do you feel like he looks up to you in certain ways?
Yeah, I think he does look up to me in a certain way. And you know, it's like he want to be like me, but there's certain things that he does come at me like for guidance, like, yo, Ranger, how should I move in situations X, Y, and Z? So, you know, in certain situations, yeah, I would like you to see me as a role model, but there's other situations where it's like, nah, I be telling him like, yo, don't take that from me. That makes me. So that's one of my terrible traits. Don't take that from me.
You're honest with yourself.
Yeah, you got to be honest with yourself. You got to know the good and the bad. Because in order to grow, you need to understand where you need to improve. That going back to drugs, addicts, to stop being a drug addict, you gotta acknowledge that you have a problem.
Definitely. Self-acknowledgement.
So
yeah, definitely.
That's part of that too.
Now, people sometimes talking about drugs and role models, and sometimes that could lead to like drugs bring fear sometimes, like fear of getting addicted. So my question is now, like, what's your biggest fear? And if any fear, why? That's your biggest fear.
My biggest fear is, how can I say it? My biggest fear is like to leave from this earth and not leave like a mark, not be somebody, not be here and not accomplish what I want to accomplish in life. To me, if I don't get to that standard, I failed. That's my biggest fear. Because I'm so passionate about the things that I do and I want to do and where I want to be, that if I don't get to that standard, to me it's like I failed.
Like you didn't do
Yeah. If my life for some reason something happens and I go to waste and I go to a 9 to 5, I failed.
Gotcha.
You get what I'm saying?
You have a goal and you want to accomplish.
Yeah, exactly. That's failure to me. Just passing away from this earth and not be somebody and not leaving a mark on somebody. Yeah. Whether it's musically, whether it's even as in a friendship basis level.
Yeah, of course.
How about you, bro?
See, and I thought very deep about this post. My biggest fear. So I remember I was like going through a rough time last year. I always mention this, remember? Mm-hmm. And I went into a dark stage in my life where I know I grew from it, but I never knew I was gonna like go through it. So my biggest fear is not putting myself first when it comes to loving. I am giving. I'm a giving person. I do care, and I will never hesitate to look out for the people I truly care about. Mm-hmm. But I also never ask myself, Peter, are you caring for yourself?
Are you good?
Are you good? Are you happy? Okay, people around you is happy, but are you good? So when I was going through that stage, and then when I kind of like am still recovering, but I'm doing much better now, I look back and I'm like, I never want to go through that again. That is my biggest fear, because what if that gets deeper than the previous time?
Yeah.
What about if I think
just
about
spiral?
What about if I get into a deep hole where it's deeper than just getting depressed? And so I definitely am trying to be around the right people. Yeah. And just me, I also take time for myself. So I don't know if you notice, sometimes I take days where I'm just to myself.
Yeah, you just back out.
And I never used to do that. I feel like I overwhelmed myself with so many things trying to make other people happy when I didn't even take time to ask myself, Peter, are you relaxed mentally? So that's why I listen to more meditation music. Sorry for the Bronx, we lit out here. But I definitely have learned from that. So that's my biggest fear. So to go back to that stage.
One of my biggest fears too is I'm a loner. But I don't want to be alone. And that's something hard that I find balancing. It's I don't really trust people like that. So it's just hard for me to really gel with somebody. Because deadass nobody, I feel like nobody wants to be alone.
No, of course, I think.
And I kind of got that fear that just because of the way I am sometimes and how I move, I'm going to end up alone.
But so your definition of alone could be whether you would love the idea of being with a partner.
I would like to, but it gotta be the right situation.
Of course.
Get what I'm saying?
Of course.
And I, find myself in a lot of situations. It's just nah, it's not it. Nah, this not it. So when I see that, it's just damn, is it me? At some point, you gotta look at yourself and be like, yo, is it them or is it me?
Oh, of course. But so, I feel like people you have to realize you're not trying to settle for anything. Mm-hmm. And sometimes you're going to go through a lot of self-doubts. Is it them or is it... You know what I mean? You're going to go through a lot because you just don't want to end up with anyone.
Exactly.
So with your morals that you have of not wanting to end up with anyone, there's going to be more alone times compared to, attention to somebody. And,
yeah.
But, that comes... I feel like when you appreciate alone time, it just comes all flowing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everything just comes flowing when you start realizing not everybody's for you.
Yeah.
So the right people just gonna come out.
I got another biggest fear though.
That.
Running out of weed. I run out of weed, that nigga.
Yo,
you already see me when I don't got no weed, bro.
You know what's crazy? I was going through that the other day. I was like, damn.
I get irritated, bro.
No, you know what? Listen, I got a routine. I like to smoke in the morning before work, and then I like to smoke after I come out the gym. You know, when I get out of work, I like to smoke. So running out of weed it just, you know what it does? It relaxes me. I'm the same Peter. It just relaxes me from like really violating somebody.
Spazzing out.
On stupidity. You know, I deal with a lot of stupid people at work.
Facts.
And I just you know, to keep my composure, I am a calm guy. I don't want to get out of character. Weed doesn't get me out of character. It calms me down. So running out of weed is definitely a big fear. Definitely a big fear. How long? I got a question. How long you went cold turkey for? Like your longest since you became a stoner?
Probably a week.
You do that purposely, or?
I did it purposely, cause Brian was in DR. The plug wasn't around at that time.
Okay.
And I don't know what you was doing, because I usually will hit you up for weed if I can't get nothing.
Yeah.
So I don't remember what it was, and I was just like, you know what, I'm not going to do the most. I'm going to just chill for a week. And I got my tolerance back. Because I smoke so much that sometimes I don't really get high like that no more.
I sometimes feel like that, especially...
Unless the weed got to be gas. It got to be straight busting gas, like sicko BP gas.
No, I feel you now. Now, my thing is, when you went cold turkey for a week, how did you feel? Did you feel like, damn, I need some?
I felt like I needed it. Like I definitely felt the difference between being sober and being high all the time.
Yeah.
Cause like I'll be high, bro, and I'll be like, I get on my chair and I forget what the fuck I'm gonna do.
You have those moments. That's very
I really like, yo, I'm gonna go get water. Then I just get up and I'll be in the kitchen like, what the fuck I came to get here?
That happened. It happened.
So, yeah, that wasn't happening so much
when you were sober.
When I was sober, but then I was more like, my attitude, I was more irritated.
Nah,
for everything. I was just like, I was just like, nah, I need to get my.
And when you got back, the first time you smoked after a week,
shit, I was high.
That's the tolerance break. That's what it does for you.
I was high as a bitch, though.
But that's what it does for you. Tolerance break, when you come back, get smacked.
Yeah, but it's like, for me, it's like more than smoking. It's just the habit of like rolling up the weed, crushing.
Yeah.
The lighter flicking, just talk like it's that. It's not just like, yo, me getting high, yo. I would just get high because I want to get high.
It's the vibing part.
It's the vibing part for me. You know what I'm saying?
Now. We vibing right now.
This is the whole vibe. We just chilling right here.
Listen, since I became a stoner, the only time I went cold turkey is when I purposely quit. Remember when I quit?
Yeah.
I quit for 2 months, I think it was. I quit that and drinking.
That was crazy.
Now, was I tempted? Hell fuck yeah.
Could I believe you was gonna quit drinking? Yes. But weed, when I passed this nigga the blunt, he told me, bro, I was like, bro, you just slapped me in the face, bro.
Yo, listen, it was hard, but you know, I felt like I had to. But then I remember the first time I smoked again with you. It reminded me when the first time I smoked.
Hell yeah.
Especially after 2 months.
Hell yeah.
Especially after 2 months. Listen, weed, I can't run out of weed now. I just feel like, you know what it is? I feel like weed isn't for everybody.
Nah.
But weed is I feel like I can handle weed.
Weed is for the right people.
Yeah. Because I know people that smoke weed, and every time they smoke weed, they get paranoid.
Or they tripping.
Or they tripping balls. Like, they don't know what the fuck they doing.
Or they laughing too much. It's like, nigga, keep your composure, bro.
Yes, I have, like, laughing moments, but I know what I'm doing. Like, I don't look sloppy. Like,
yeah.
I get it. Like you said, I feel like, I don't know why, some people actually rather pop pills than smoke.
I don't know how the fuck.
And I don't want to, like, judge, but you can overdose on pills.
Oh, dude.
You cannot overdose on marijuana.
Nah.
You know, and I just don't get the concept of some people, like, what high level do they want to get?
Listen, people be into different shit, bro.
No, you're right.
Like drugs is like sex, bro.
It gets addicting.
It gets addicting, but people are into different things. Like
You right.
girls, there's girls with girls.
You
There's
right.
men with men. Or there's people that mix it all together. A lot of people do that. So
Would you? Is there a drug that you haven't taken that you would? Cause you know what I asked that because shrooms I never had.
oh, probably shrooms. Yeah.
I never had, but I heard it's like not like for weed people. It's
Yeah.
good for them to try that.
I'll do shrooms, but other than that, nah.
I don't.
I'm good off all the other shit.
I seen somebody trip out of shrooms, and that like, I don't think I want to do
It
it.
gotta be the right like vibe though. It's like weed, it gotta be the right vibe.
I heard shrooms. You got to be in a comfortable setting. You have to be in a comfortable environment. Like you can't be uncomfortable, and also mentally you got to be good too.
Cause they'll reveal some shit. I heard that it's like almost like clarifying your mind on some shit that you're not noticing type shit.
And I heard it definitely like sometimes you got a better vision after of your own life.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Which is pretty interesting.
Oh, you know what I would like to do? I was watching Mike Tyson's podcast the other day. He got this shit called the Toad. That there's like this unique ass toad that drops like this mystical liquid.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like a psychedelic. And that shit is supposedly like stronger than shrooms and acid tabs and all that shit.
But
when it comes back, it gives you like a whole different like perspective and vision of your life.
You know what I hear about these drugs? how much percent we use of our brain?
We use like 50% of our brain.
So we know so many shit.
Exactly.
But we, even with all that, we have so much more to expand if we really use all parts of our brain.
Yeah.
I feel like certain drugs open those parts of those brains.
Yeah.
Like you said, those shrooms.
Yeah.
They make or the Mike Tyson. Yeah. Like it gives you different. You start thinking in parts of your brain you never thought of. You know what I mean? Like that you sober wouldn't think.
Ya tú sabes.
Nah, that.
Con la patilla. La patilla.
Nah, this in kids don't do drugs.
But yeah.
Just smoke weed. Just do Nota Vibez. Listen, I just want to say, now that we definitely, like I started this podcast, this episode, now that we probably could collab with doing this, you know, with Just Right, with doing a podcast with over there, collabing with more weed people, etc. We could probably even start, because she wants to expand her brand.
For sure, we could have her over on the show too.
And you know exactly, she want to expand her brand, and this is a help for her and come up with new ideas. How about the idea of the weed tournament that we spoke about now? We could do a podcast now there, and then even talk about more business.
Yeah.
Listen, everything's on the rise. I just want everybody to get show us some love on YouTube if you can, on SoundCloud. We
share, repost,
do whatever you can. I know certain people here have definitely done that. I appreciate it.
Shout out to everybody that's been helping us out.
Definitely. We definitely still have that studio, right?
Hell yeah, we just working it out.
We're just working it out, especially like with guests. Mm-hmm. We want to give that space with guests. So shout out to everybody that keeps showing love, the consistent love. I appreciate it. The new incomers too. I appreciate everybody. This was episode 5. You feel me? I appreciate all the love, Ranger. You already know. I just appreciate everything, man. Like,
we lady.
You know the fucking vibes.
Tú sabes que tenemos una maldita nota y nos fuimos, cabrón.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in.